What is up, guys? I'm here in the gym. I wanted to make a video following yesterday's chest day. If you've seen it, you'll know why, on how to spot bench. All right, so first of all, I want to say if you're doing the bench press and your elbows are flared out, as mine are here in this example, this is a guillotine press. This isn't an actual bench press the way that I would call a bench press. And the danger is if you go too heavy, you're going to drop it right on your neck. So instead, you want to bring your elbows down so that if you do drop it, it's going to drop on your chest and not on your neck, which is, of course, far, far less dangerous. Now, the other point I'm making here is you want to actually grab the bar. You don't want to do what's called the suicide grip. You don't want to have this grip with no thumbs because, as I'm showing you here, you could actually drop the bar right on you. It can slip out of your hands, especially if your hands are sweaty, if the bar is heavy. So you want to actually hook over your thumbs. You want to get the right amount of distance for your hands. Make sure you get something that's nice and comfortable for you. Obviously you want to, make sure that your lats are nice and tight. And when you're coming down, you want to make sure that the bar is coming down to the middle of the chest, around where the nipple area is. When you're unracking the bar, and now notice what I'm doing here, you're going to move it forward, about a foot before it comes down. And when you're spotting, you want to assist with that movement right there where the bar is coming out of the rack and moving forward. And I'm going to swing around the back of the bench here and show you what that looks like. And this is what the spotter's job should be. And when you come around the back, if you're the spotter, you want to get your legs nice and set. You want to be in a good solid position so that if the weight does drop, if there's some kind of catastrophic failure, that you're going to be able to support the weight once it drops down. Now you could grab the bar on the front, but it's going to lean your body forward. Now you could have a close grip here, and I've seen some people do this in different videos, but as you see here, the bar is off balance. Probably not the best grip to take when you're supporting. You don't want to be too wide. You could either be outside of the grip of the person who's benching or inside. His grip's usually going to be about there. So you probably want to grab it just inside the bar, and as you can see, you've got a much more solid grip. The balance is a lot better, so you can lift the bar up. Now, you want to assist with that motion, that 1 foot forward motion. So as the spotter, what you're going to do is unrack the bar, move it out for them, and then they're going to proceed to bench it from there. Move it out with them, and then allow them to take the weight. Now, as they take the weight, you want to keep your hands as much as possible off the bar. Now, I usually put my hands underneath the bar. You can put them in the front, but you're going to follow the bar. You're not going to lift the weight for them, and this is extremely important. Do not lift the weight for the person. The person's there to do the weight lift themselves. You're just there as a support. So what I usually do is I do an underhand. I follow the weight down, and as I just showed you there, if there's a failure, I can grab that weight and pull it back. And I find that I'm a little faster with that way, and it's not going to throw me off balance because you're already a bit off balance being behind the bench. So I'm going to follow the weight down, and if there's any kind of failure, I'm going to have my hands there ready to go. Now, what you saw in the video yesterday was this kind of spot. And I want to explain why I believe that this is the wrong kind of spot if the person is going to have a failure at some point in the lift and you're straddling the person. First of all, it's very awkward. You don't want to do it for that reason. But if there's going to be a failure, let's say you have to take that weight, you're going to have to walk backwards around the person's legs with that weight. Now, even if you can navigate the person's legs, there's a very good chance that you're going to hit some kind of obstacle and drop it on them, or you're going to have some difficulty. Another problem with this is the person, if there is a catastrophic failure, let's say, for example, that they've hurt themselves, they've blown a shoulder or blown an elbow or broken a bone, they're going to want to get off the bench. They're not going to be able to do that as you're straddling them. Hit their leg, you're going to bump into them as an obstacle. They're going to be trying to struggle off. It's just a nightmare. Now, the bench press can be it's a great exercise, but it also can be very, very dangerous, especially if you've got heavy weights. It's right over your neck and chest. These are very sensitive areas, your midsection, so use your brain when you bench press and when you spot when you bench press. So in review, guys, when you're spotting a bench, you want to stand behind the person. You want to be in a position that you're going to be able to control the weight if it drops. You want to assist them with getting the weight out from the D-rack. You don't want to be straddling them, and you want to always be intelligent and safety-minded. Until next time, keep growing.